Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Levi, back for another video, and I want to show you something that I've been working on. I'm gonna escape from third person, to show you the face of something that I'm sure y'all will recognize, if you've been long-time viewers of my channel, and viewed some of my earlier Minecraft videos. It's the MCC Mojang, you know, that ugly travesty of a cruise ship that I made a long time ago. This turned out terribly. I know that now, especially without a funnel and radar tower, but that's okay. That's okay. Because even without those, even if I had those things, it probably still would turn out an ugly travesty because I failed at recreating the open stern design that like Oasis class cruise ships IRL have. So it's terrible. But anyways, I decided to make a city out of this cruise ship. So basically, what I did was I made docks around it. I'm not gonna go inside and tour the MCC Mojang because I already toured it. There was a video of me touring it. That was like the last video of the MCC Mojang, so I'm not going inside and touring it. But I'll show you what I built around it. So we have 3 docks here and another dock over there. And in the dock over there is actually my second attempt at completing the Oceanic Harmony tutorial by Awesome Guy 376, and I think that one's going a lot better. I think it's 4 blocks too long, but I can handle too long. I just can't handle too thin like this one was. This one was too thin, and so I wasn't able to really do the same stuff he was. So I didn't really try. But anyways, so here I'm thinking about making like a cargo ship go here. I just have to like see if there's something I really want to base it off of before starting. But yeah, there will be a cargo ship in this area. Well, actually, no. Actually, I think this one's going to be empty because I'm going to have a whole completely separate cargo port somewhere over there, probably. But in this dock, on the other side of the MCC Mojang, is the Black Pearl. We can go inside it, and there's not really much of an interior. It's just sort of like the rooms are built, but the inside of the rooms are not. There's nothing really placed on the inside of them, just like the inside of like the cannons, and that's really all that's like here. And yeah, and you got like the little like cargo hold area where you like open up the cargo hold and put and like drop stuff into the cargo hold, and that would be that. And you got these ladders with trapdoors up here so you can get onto the very front of the ship or the boat. And yeah, so it's a very basic Black Pearl replica, but it's here. It's here, and I did it. And yeah, so what I'm thinking about doing in this concrete area, this little concrete peninsula, or actually little, it's actually quite big. But I'm thinking about making this like the tourism area, or less of the tourism area, more the transport area. Like there's going to be like a cruise terminal somewhere here. There's gonna be like a bus station where all like the buses park after a long shift. There's gonna be a bus stop somewhere. There's gonna be bus stops throughout the city, and there's also gonna be like hotels here. Probably like 1 or 2 apartment buildings, but there's gonna be more apartments in the grass area that's way over there in that distance. But so far we do have a parking garage. It's very basic. I don't think I actually have any cars built in this parking garage, but eventually I might actually go and start building cars in the parking garage. that's the plan, but it hasn't been put into fruition quite yet. Over there is my failed attempt at making a military base. I was gonna put a massive battleship in this little dock here, but I completely forgot. Like, it had been so long that I completely forgot what battleship I was gonna put in here. So you know, I just sort of gave up on that. But I do have three small little cruiser boats, small little military cruiser boats, and that's sort of what that is. And I have it so that it looks like one of them is leaving. Like, you got the cobwebs under the water that show, like, basically the vibrations of the motor, or like the wakes of the motor. And like, it's like that one's leaving to go somewhere. These two are docked, and this one's leaving to go somewhere. Do I know where? No. Do I care where? Also no. But anyways, over here is my actually almost successful recreation of the OCO. I'm still working on it. It is still a work in progress, but I did get started on it. I have the crew level. Started. Again, it's not done, but it is started. And I do also have the engine area started. It's not done, as you can tell, because there's water here. But, it is started. You know, and once I get further into this project, then I'll actually start touring it. But, right now, this is what I have, so far. Like, again, I'm not gonna tour it now, just because, there's not much to show. But, once there's more stuff built, then I'll start touring it and maybe doing update videos as the, progress presents itself. Then over here, we got like the continuation of the concrete peninsula here, with the beginnings of an apartment building. This will be an apartment building, and I do admit, this is from a tutorial by, Frozen Froggy, I think, is the YouTuber that this is from. So yeah, I will leave a link in the description to the tutorial, even though the apartment is not done. You know, I'll leave a link in the description to that. I'll leave a link in the description to the tutorials that I remember, at least. So that would be the OCL cruise ship tutorials, this apartment complex tutorial. Okay, I'll be honest, a lot of the builds in this world are based off of tutorials. The only one that is partially not based off tutorials is the MCC Mojang, and you know how that turned out. So, you know, I think I'm gonna, at least for now, when it comes to the bigger scale stuff at least, I'm going to stick with tutorials for that. It's because I'm not good at building large-scale things. Like, I'm good at building small things. Like, I can make a small, like, 3x3 house, and that would be, like, I can do that, but I can't make large-scale things like an apartment complex or, like, a cruise ship, you know? I need tutorials for that. But I do want to make cities with this stuff. And, I mean, a lot of the YouTubers that make tutorials for this kind of stuff, they say, like, in the like, I'm pretty sure they do it so that people can make a city out of it. So technically, I'm putting this to good use. So there is that. But again, I will leave links in the description to the tutorials that I remember, just so that you guys can watch it too. And see, like, basically what the finished product is as well, so that you know kind of what it will look like when it's done in my city. But, anyways, so, again, this is going to be an apartment complex when it is done. Again, it's not done yet, obviously. I mean, look at this. This is not done. But It will be eventually, and when it is, it'll be an apartment complex. But I will still link the tutorial in the description, even though it's not done. I'll still leave a link because it is started and the blueprint is there. So you know, I will leave a link in the description to that tutorial so that you guys can watch that and give that video some watch time. Same with the OCL, even though it's not done. Over here, got a skate park. The tutorial is by TSMC Minecraft. Again, I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah. So this is TSMC Minecraft. Oh yeah, and that black pearl over there, it was made by somebody. I forgot who it is, but I'll look it up and put the description in, or I'll put the tutorial in the link in the description so that you know who did it and you can go and give that video some watch time too. But anyways, this was made by TSMC Minecraft. It's a skate park. It's really cool. It's got some rails to grind on. It's got a skateboard here. It's got ramps, a half pipe, or this is the half pipe. But I also think this is meant to be like a massive half pipe with a rail in the middle of it. It could just be normal ramps, but that's just boring. That's boring to think that it's just normal ramps. So I'm going to go with the fact that it's a half pipe. Even if I'm wrong, I'm going to go with that being a half pipe. Just because it's more interesting if that's a half pipe. But anyways, you also have like small little ramps. Small little ramp here, small little ramp here. Got a pretty cool ramp there. Got a half pipe here. Got a ramp here that like you can ramp up, and it's a skate park. There's ramps everywhere, and there's rails everywhere to grind your skateboard on, and of course there has to be a skateboard there. In order for it to be obviously considered a skate park. Most of the other tutorials represented here are TSMC Minecraft. But there are still a few other YouTubers represented here. This is eventually going to be a fair made by TSMC Minecraft. I will not put the link in the description for that yet because it's not built yet. Like, I haven't even started it yet. I just built the outline. But yeah, I will eventually, like, when I show an update video and this is, like, done or starting the process of building it, then I'll leave a link in the description. But I'm not going to leave a link in the description to this video just because it's not built yet, like, at all. Nothing is built of it besides the outline, so I'm not gonna leave a link in the description to that. I also have a completed apartment building. Also, I believe, by TSMC Minecraft. I will leave a link in the description because this one is complete. There's going to be 5 of them at varying heights, but I will still leave a link in the description because one of them is done. Minus, of course, the actual interior of the apartments. Oh my gosh, I'm having hiccups. Yeah, so even though the interiors of the apartments are not done, I will still leave a link in the description because the exterior, the thing that he showed how to make, is done. So, yeah. And over here we got a high school made by Frozen Froggy, just like the apartment complex over there was. The interior is actually fully made. It would take it would probably take an hour just for me to show off everything. So I'm going to show off the important bits, or at least I'm going to show off, like, bits that aren't, like, replicated. Or for the parts that are replicated, like the classrooms, I'll just show you one, and then that'll be that. So here's one classroom. This is basically replicated across the entire front of the building. So, like, this entire hallway here, the classrooms are all that. The bathrooms are also the same, and anytime you see a bathroom, this is what it looks like. Same thing with the closet here that's in between the 2 bathrooms, janitor's closet. Here, on this side of the hallway is, I believe, like, little offices, like small little offices. Wait, I think also the middle classroom. Yeah, the middle classroom is different because it's just one row of seats. This one's slightly different too because of the different shape of room, but it's not too much different than the other classrooms. But yeah, this one's really the only one that's slightly different because it just has one row. I'd like to think of that as like the sped classroom, because like special needs classrooms, they have like less kids in them. Just like special needs buses have less kids in them. I should know because I worked on the special needs bus. But anyways, I already showed you this little office here. And then like along the sides, you got like more offices, and stuff like that. Got more classrooms too. This is pretty much replicated, minus the fact that this one has a closet. The other ones, the one on the other side does as well. And this one too, this is a replication pretty much. Got more offices here. This one actually has another door leading into another office. More office. More office. This leads out to the library. Here's another office. Pretty big office. But yeah, this is the library right here. It spans both floors, and there is a sunlight up in the roof, or skylight, sky window. It's a sky view. It's the sky view from the infamous 2025 movie. No, the infamous 2025 movie, Bloodlines, Final Destination Bloodlines. I have seen it. It's a very good movie, or at least like as good as a Final Destination movie can be, really. But yeah, like I don't agree with my dad that the Final Destination series is stupid per se, but like I mean it's as good as a Final Destination movie can be, the newest one. But anyways, enough talking about Final Destination. We're not talking about that. We're talking about my Minecraft city. Got some desks and stuff, got some like library books and stuff like that. Through here you got basically where you take pictures for your student ID and stuff. You got green screens and stuff. We don't have cameras because why would we? But there's two little entrances and or exits to it. This basically goes to the stairs. We'll use that later because I'm pretty sure there is more to look at. We got another, I think this is actually a closet. Then over here you got office. And then over here you got another office. And then around here you got a closet and an office. And then through here is the stairs on the opposite side. Go through these doors, and that pretty much takes you out to the middle of the stairwell here. You got a parking lot down here, and then the second level is just like a level up with stone bricks. Anyways, so through here, you can basically have a view of the second floor of the library. This is basically a home ec classroom. It's a little bit different than the other ones. But yeah, got a little closet here, another little closet here, and it's basically a home ec classroom. That's what that is. And I'm pretty sure the other classrooms here are pretty much replications of what happened downstairs. But over here, we got science classrooms. They're definitely different. So this one is replicated over there. With like a little bit of a office area splitting the two, and you also have a view of the library from these windows, and then through this door we have a big office space. Got a closet here, And this big office space not only separates these two science classrooms that are replicated, but also separates these two science classrooms that are replications of each other, but completely different from the other two. So, yeah, we got a row of seats here looking at the chalkboard, and we have 4-person tables, and sunlight. It's a sunroof, again! Anyways, so yeah, and then we have another, like, small office area splitting these two up. And, yeah, that's pretty much the science classrooms, and then, of course, the front classrooms are replications of what they were on the bottom floor. Through here is just a stairwell, like one of the stairwells, like the one that we entered through. And then, if we go back over here and instead keep going this way. Oh, and this is like an elevator here. The other side has an elevator too. Actually, I think that's what... Yeah, I said that was a closet. No, that's the elevator. I just never finished it by putting a ladder up. So, you know, I never really did that. But anyways, that's supposed to be an elevator. And then you got another little entrance here at the top of the staircase that we went out the middle of before. And then you got the gymnasium here. Pretty cool, pretty nice. We have like an office area here. I guess I can show you that really quick. Got an office here, an office here, and that's the girls' locker room. We don't go in there because we're not a girl. Got a closet there as well. There's an office, there's a closet. Then we got this room here, which goes into the boys' locker room, which we will go in, because we are a boy, not a girl. So, oh yeah, and then we got light switches. Forgot about that. Anyway, so we got a little locker area here for all your boys' locker room needs. We got a little bit of a shower area here. You hop in one of these, take a shower, hop out, and you're good. I never went to, like, the shower, in air quotes, area of the boys' locker room, so I don't even know if one actually exists. But, you know, they're there in this little replica. And then we got a little bathroom area with a toilet and sinks. And I got a door out into the second level of the parking lot, which is huge. It wraps around this second level of the school pretty well. But yeah, that is the gym. I got a little bit of a office here. Got another little office there. You could also, some of these offices that I show you could also double as like storage rooms. But yeah, then over here got another office. Actually, I think this could be used as like a weightlifting room, like the area where the weights are. And then there's another little office here. And then this goes out into the hallway, and this goes back into the gym. So let's go back out into the hallway. We got some bathrooms and some sinks. Here is a door onto the stage that the cafeteria has. This is literally the only stage in the school, which probably means this is where all of the performances go down. Drama club performs up here in front of the lunchtime crowd. Well, actually, no, because plays and musicals are usually performed after school, so it's literally just the parents sit at where their kids had lunch earlier on in the day, while the drama club performs their little plays and musicals and stuff up here, and also apparently the orchestra and band and choir probably perform up here. School pictures are probably taken up here. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of stuff goes down up here on this stage, and that's the kitchen, and those doors back there leading to the kitchen area is the cafeteria. Got a big ol' window here with doors on either side for like emergency exit needs, I suppose. And this is where you would actually put your trays away so that they could be cleaned up. And there's probably also where you you would actually go in order to make your order. Like, here's where you would go in, you'd make your order, then make it, and then you'd leave. Or you'd go in on the other side and do the exact same thing. But, yeah. And then, there's where you would put your tray to get it cleaned up. Through here, got basically, I guess, like a band classroom or something. You got a closet here. You got another closet here. And you got another closet here. There's a lot of closets, really. And another door out into the parking lot. Yeah, that's pretty much all the important bits. Oh, wait! No, there's more, but, first, here's another exit. But anyways, there's another important bit that I completely went past because I didn't actually walk past it. There's another important bit. It's the front offices and the nurse's office. Why did I forget? So here's like a little bit of like the front entrance, pretty much. This is actually the front entrance. The entrance we used down by the staircases downstairs, that's like the entrance for like the people who live on that bottom level of terrain, while this is pretty much the front entrance for the people that live up here. And there's a little bit of like lore about the bottom level and the split from the bottom level to the top. I'll be sure to tell you about that if I remember to. But anyways, this is the front office. Got your little area, like your little area where you tell the people why you're in the office, and then they sit you down and wait for the principal or something, or a guidance counselor to be available. Got an office here, got an office here, and got an office right here. Actually, this is more of a desk, or a closet. But, yeah, oh, and there's also, where is it? Actually, now I think about it, I don't know where it's at. Oh, it's right down there. I'll show you that a little bit later, but this is the nurse's office. Got the little entrance area. Got a area for a patient to stay in. Got the office, the actual office where the actual nurse actually hangs out. Got another area for the patient to stay in, and another area for the patient to stay in. And you can, each of the rooms along here has a view of the library. These ones don't, though. They're interior rooms, like a cruise ship interior room. They have no view, and no hopes and no dreams. But, over here, is basically where you can, like, buy stuff. This is the kiosk where you can buy, like, school merch, or, like, coffee shop stuff. Like, my school, when I went to high school, IRL, they ran, like, a coffee shop out of one of the classrooms. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. But, yeah, and here's another view of the library, from the second floor. And, yeah, so if we come back out here, I'm gonna get back into flying. Basically, the bottom level is where all the poor people live, where all the lower income people live, and also where all the tourism is had. Or most of the tourism. A lot of the tourism is here. Although, there is a third level back there with a theme park, a zoo, and an aquarium over there, which we have yet to show. And a level between the second level and the third level, which is basically the entire sports complex. We'll go there in a little bit. Over here was supposed to be the mall, where I was going to make Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. That's what this was supposed to be, and I just haven't gotten around to completing it. There was a tutorial that I was using, but that person, I think, has since privated the videos, so I wasn't able to use the rest of the tutorial. But, so yeah, right now I'm currently looking for another tutorial to use in order to complete, this. But yeah, so I can't really leave a link in the description to the tutorial since the video was privated, so I can't really do that. But, yeah, so I might eventually have to restart, because, like, I'm sure everybody uses, like, different measurements and different blocks in their tutorials, for the Pizzaplex, because nobody can agree on one specific measurement. Nobody ever can, so, you know, there is that. So yeah, I won't be able to leave a link in the description to the tutorial that I used because the guy has since privated the videos. But eventually, I do want to have them all there, and I do want it to be the Pizzaplex. Like that's not gonna change. But yeah, anyways, let's get back up to the second level. Here we are, like, it's gonna be like suburban houses, more like better looking houses, like actual houses as opposed to apartments. And basically, and also like I'm thinking about making John B's house. That'll also be in that lower level there. But anyways, this is going to be, once it is done, the Joy of Creation house. And the tutorial was made by FedEx Gaming. Any FNAF thing you see, was FedEx Gaming. Or, well, minus the Pizzaplex. The Pizzaplex was not FedEx Gaming. I, again, have to keep looking. But, I actually can't tell you about the theme park yet, but this house, the T-Jock house, was made by FedEx Gaming. So I will leave a link in the description to the tutorials. Even though, or what I might actually do is I might compile a playlist of all the builds, all the tutorials, that of stuff that I've already started working on or already finished working on, or like I'm going to eventually work on, and like, and then link that playlist in the description, so you'll be able to just watch the playlist. And that's like what I'll do, and I'll update the playlist with builds as I build them. So actually, I won't put the ones that I haven't built yet in, but as I build them, I will add them. So as I start building them, I will add them. So this will be in the playlist, even though it's not even. I haven't built the interior yet. I just built the front facade, and I'm not even done with that. But but yeah, that will be put in the playlist when I make it. But yeah, I'll make a playlist of all the tutorials that I used to make the thing, and then you could just watch the playlist. So I don't have to go and get the links from multiple different things to put in the description. Anyways, so yeah. When I make the playlist, this will be in it, and all the parts of it will be in it. All the parts of the tutorial will be in the playlist, even though I haven't even finished part 1, I don't think. All the parts will be put in the description. Anyways, so then we have the police station. This was made by TSMC Minecraft. Again, most of the stuff that we have left to show in the world were made by TSMC Minecraft. So yeah, but this is the police station. You enter through here, and you have sort of a waiting room. You can sit here and wait. Or you could go up here and get signed in, and then sit down and wait. You could tell the receptionist basically like, hey, there was a shooting somewhere, and then they'll tell you to wait, and then a cop will see you, I guess. Well, actually, no, that's not how that works, because really, like, the receptionist area, like, I will either be like for interviews or to see a prisoner. that's pretty much all the receptionist area is there for. I'm just sort of just over exaggerating what the receptionist area is for. But anyways, you got the waiting area, you got the receptionist area. And then over here, you got the garage where all the police cars are parked, and through here you got basically the repo area, pretty much, where the cops park cars that were used in crimes and such. And that's pretty much what that is. Eventually, like, a SWAT van will be here, like a cop car will be here, a cop motorcycle will be here, like, cop cars will be in this garage. But yeah, so that is that. And then through here we got where the jail cells are. Got a little, office area where, like, the warden would sit, and then, like, I guess, somebody, who was here to see a criminal would, I guess, I don't know why this is here, but it's here. We got cameras, like, that is what we used, for the camera in this build. The cameras are different, like, a lot of the cameras, elsewhere in the city are different. Like this one, like the police station, this is the camera. There's different forms of cameras elsewhere in the city. But, yeah, but this is a jail cell. You got a jail cell for the criminal to, stay in. And you got seats outside of the jail cell for the people who are visiting criminals. And then through here you got a stairwell up to the second floor of the building. And this is pretty much where the cops hang out. This is pretty much the cop office area. And like they have little Apple computers. They got a little iMacs. Me personally, I wouldn't have won with an iMac, but that's just me. The day you see an Apple on the back of any of my electronics is the day the world has ended, alright? I have a Samsung phone. I have, like, a, not Apple computer. I think this is Windows. And then I also have a Chromebook. So, you know, I am actively avoiding having an Apple on the back of any of my electronics. Like, there's no offense to anybody who uses Apple products, but it is all offense to the Apple products themselves. Anyways, so you got little coffee brewing areas there. And you got where the, the chief, the head honcho, his office is here. And then, through here you got basically where the criminals get signed in, and through the other door is the interrogation room. But yeah, like, here's where you would get your photo, your mugshot taken, there's the camera again, and then here's where, like, they would check in the criminals, pretty much. I guess get their fingerprints and shit, I don't know. But yeah, there is that, and then there's the door into the interrogation room. Pretty simple interrogation room, honestly. And then through this door is the last thing. This will eventually, I think, have a helipad for a police helicopter to be parked on this little roof area here. Then over here we got a couple terrace townhouses. This one does not have an interior. Like this one's like pretty much like a recently moved out of terrace townhouse. But yeah, the other one here does have an interior, so we will show that. But anyways, this is terrace apartment number 1. Right through the door, we have right next to it a coat rack. Where you could hang your coats. And then, right here we got a little dining table where you can sit and, well, dine. But yeah, you could dine here. Got a little mug. I'm gonna say that's a mug, even though I'm sure that's Well, no, because there's not a flower in it. So I'm sure that was actually meant to be a mug. But yeah, so we got a little mug on the table. Then you got a little bar area here with bar stools and a bar. And you got the kitchen. This is basically the kitchen. I got a fridge here with a table and a lamp next to it. Got a little flower pot with a mushroom on top. I guess the homeowner is into doing shrooms. And then down here, we got the basement. We got a freezer for freezing body parts. We got an electric little breaker box for cutting the power to the house so cops cannot discover that you're freezing body parts. Even though it will have a stench, because eventually body parts after not being frozen will eventually rot, and the stench will fill the house. You got boxes in this wall here, and you got a little sofa. So you can sit here and stare at the gray wall, contemplating why you murdered your neighbors. And then up here, you got a little backyard, a little terrace here where you can watch your wife garden, if you have one. If you don't have a wife, then that's the perfect storyline for why this person would murder their neighbors because they're jealous or whatever. But anyways, you got like plants down there, and you got a little table and chair here. Got the grill here. You got a little shed here full of supplies to murder, to do your murders. That's where you store your supplies. And then I got a little planting area here. That would not make sense for a single person, but beats me. Single men can plant plants too. I'm sure I would love to plant some plants IRL. I would not like to do the other thing that this person does in my headcanon, because I told you all the basement freezer was for freezing body parts. I would not like to do that. That is not something I would want to do with my life. But planting plants sure sounds like it'd be fun. I would like to plant plants. I would not like to do the other thing though. And then upstairs we got basically a living area. You got a couch here with a table and a TV, so you're actually watching something. So this insane neighbor does still like to watch TV, does like the basic stuff. Got a bookcase here, probably full of murder documentaries and books about murder and how to get away with it. That's probably what's in there. Actually, no, I think the books would probably be over here. All the murder docs would be over here, though. And then I got a shelf here with flowers on it. A wilted flower showcasing the finite potential of life. And then you got a lamp here. Got a chair there. Got plants outside. Not outside of this window, though. That other window, all the plants. But this one, nope. No plants. It doesn't deserve plants. And then up here, you got the bedroom, where the homeowner F's his wife. Yeah, got a shelf here. I love how I haven't been censoring murder, and I don't think I censored. I think I said an actual curse word and didn't censor it. But here I am censoring the F word. I don't know why, but oh well. This is where he F's his wife. And you got a shelf here with lantern. I almost said lamp. That's not what that is. That is a lantern. And then you got a flower pot with a flower in it. You got your closet here, which has no space in it. It's probably another reason why the homeowner likes to have a pastime of murder, because he has no room in his closet and he's jealous of people that do. Got a little chest here, little cartography table, I think it just is there for reasons. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Again, this is TSMC Minecraft's interior. So ask TSMC why he put that cartography table there. But you got a little table here to put shit on. And then you got bookcases and a TV. Bookcases probably filled with not murder docs because this is where he makes love to his wife. You don't wanna have murder docs in your bedroom. You don't want to do that. Which is why he has a murder docs in the living room. I didn't think about that when I was thinking of the story, but oh well. You got a bathroom here, got a sink with no water in it, because this is supposed to be the tap that puts the water in the sink. Got a little bit of a bar area here. There is no toilet, but there is a window for you to spy into your across the street neighbor's house. But you got a shower here, which you actually you can get into it. You can't get into it like this, but you can get into it crouched. That's interesting. I didn't know you can crouch under upside down stairs. I didn't know you can do that. Just look, you can't do it here, but you can get into it like this. But your head is halfway inside of it, and your camera view, if you're in third person, is pitch black. But that is completely fine. But yeah, that's the terrace townhouse and the story behind this specific one. The other one, the owner has moved out. Yeah. They definitely weren't the first victim of this guy. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, it's completely empty. The house is completely empty. And there isn't even a shed back here. The previous homeowner just really just neglected to make a backyard. Neglected to make a name for himself. But anyways, keep going. If you keep going up here, this is the third level. Here we have a zoo, completed with animals. The tutorial by TSMC Minecraft. We also have the skeleton of an aquarium. Also, the tutorial is done by TSMC Minecraft. So yeah, but the zoo here is done. So I will show you that. Here's where you will buy your tickets, and then you can go in after buying your tickets. Over here, got a polar bear exhibit with a little Arctic island in the center. Yeah, might as well. We got the ice cream stand over here with ice cream cones, completed with ice cream cones. And I think this is meant to be like a bowl. You know how sometimes you could have a bowl of ice cream if you don't want to get a cone of ice cream? That's probably what that is. And then the carpets back here, chocolate, strawberry, and some other flavor of ice cream. Because that's not white, so I can't say that's vanilla. But I don't know what flavor this would be. I don't know. Lemon? Is lemon a flavor of ice cream? I don't know. But those are the three flavors that we have access to at this ice cream establishment. I would like to get with your manager, assistant. I would like to get with your manager, discuss the fact that y'all do not have vanilla, and I would like to kindly state that you should put vanilla here. I'm not a Karen. I'm not gonna yell at your manager because you are bad. I'm gonna yell at your manager because the establishment is bad. You are just forced to work it. You are just forced to work it, and I understand that. And I'm not going to be a Karen and yell at your manager because of it. But anyways, got a little flower plant pot here. And And then this corner leads us to the exhibits. Got an axolotl here in a semi-aquatic habitat with a little bit of a log at the top there that the axolotl could, if it wanted to, get up on there. Then you got bats here flying around. You got a bat there and a bat hanging on the ceiling there. And they have a tree and stuff, and they have like a little perch there, or what's supposed to be a perch, but the bats do not hang from that perch, which is sad. This is supposed to be endermites. Have no idea where they went. I put the glass in there before they could escape, but I guess endermites can dig into these end blocks, kind of like how silverfish can. But you'll see why I still have no idea where they went in a little bit. But you got frogs here in the same type of enclosure as the axolotl there, semi-aquatic. And here's the silverfish exhibit. They have not dug into their blocks. They still have not dug into the blocks. I'm assuming the only reason why they haven't is because maybe they have to be the infested block. But the fact that they have not dug into their blocks still confuses me about the endermites. Which is crazy. And then over here. But anyways, we continue past the exhibits. Got another flower pot there. Got a hot dog stand here. Pretty cool. Not much to tour. But it's there. But I can tell you this. The original tutorial had an item frame here with a pork chop in it, but I couldn't place it because the candles were already here. Apparently, I can't put an item frame on the same block as a candle. So yeah, I couldn't have that. So I didn't have that. But anyways, I chose not to have the item frame and instead chose to have the candles, which I'm pretty sure are meant to stand in for mustard, and then ketchup back there. Me personally, I like my hot dogs with ketchup. I don't like them with mustard. Although I do like chicken with mustard. But that's about the only thing I like with mustard. I don't like burgers with mustard. I don't like fries with mustard. Like when it comes to mustard and ketchup, my stance has always been fries with ketchup, chicken with mustard, hot dogs with ketchup, and hamburgers with ketchup too, but never with mustard. And yeah, but if we keep continuing down this path, we got the turtle exhibit. And you may be wondering, where the hell are the turtles? They're over here. they're over here. Got a little island here with the turtle eggs on it. And then you keep going down this pathway, you got ice cream. Or no, this is cotton candy, not ice cream. The ice cream was over there. Ice cream. Sorry. My tongue kind of slipped. I think I said arse cream, which is crazy. But we do have another flower pot here, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But that's like where the parrots are. That's a little aviary. But anyways, over here we got an ocelot exhibit. We got the kitten grew up. There was originally a young kitten, but I guess they all grew up. Anyway, so we got 3 little ocelots in this enclosure. A little bit of a waterfall here. Got like jungle trees in the exhibit, and everyone's happy. This used to have goats in it. They kept escaping, and I kept having to kill them and put them back in the enclosure. But after the 3rd round of goats escaping, I realized they just jumped too high, and so I decided just not to put them back. But goats are supposed to be there. They just aren't, because they kept escaping. Anyways, so over here we have llamas, with cactuses, a little desert-themed enclosure. Pretty cool. Right here we got pandas. Little panda-themed enclosure with a bunch of high stalks of bamboo. And 2 pandas. And then got some tall grass there. We got like a rock and it's all pretty cool. And then over here we have the fox enclosure. The two foxes are just back there having a good time. We got berries and we got spruce wood. Over here we got our strider exhibit. Cool little nether themed enclosure with our striders in it. And then over here we got our wolves. Two little wolves with a little oak like plains type exhibit. And then if we go down this pathway, we got our final little plant pot, and we got a balloon stand. Two balloons are escaping. The green one and the yellow one are escaping. The vendor needs to get them, and the red one's tied down. Got a little chest there full of what I could only assume to be balloons, but I didn't put any in here for some reason. Anyways, so if we were to backtrack on ourselves a little bit and see the little area go off the pathway across from the panda exhibit, here's the aviary. So here we got sort of a little seating area with a trash can here, a seat, and a table, and it's the same thing on the other side, just mirrored. But anyways, if we go in here, we have a little room where if the parrots escape their little center room that they're at, they still have this room to get through. Anyways, so through here we got the parrots. We got vines hanging over everything. We got parrots. We got a little bit of we got some like stands for them to land on if they so wish, but I'm pretty sure I've only ever seen them land on the floor. And they're all over here. I don't know why. They're all over here. There's seeds and stuff on the ground. And yeah, that's pretty much the parrot exhibit. But yeah, that is the zoo. Then of course, again, we have the skeleton of an aquarium here. Yeah, this, when it's done, will be an aquarium. But I'll still put the tutorial in the description, in the playlist that will be linked in the description. And yeah, and down there is just an even lower area than the low income area, and that'll be where the airport goes. There'll be a massive airport that'll take up a lot of space, and it'll be right down there. There will also be a neighborhood for the people who work at the aquarium to live at. So there will be houses on this side and this side of the road, with the aquarium or with the airport being at the other side of those houses. So this road does have a separation from the airport in the houses. The houses are what separates this road from the airport. But not all the roads around the airport will have that luxury, because eventually this will turn and intersect with the hotel at the airport. Actually the hotel, like the front will be behind the houses, but you know, eventually, like, I think this road will actually loop around those houses and actually be the part that connects to the airport. I don't know how I want to do that yet, but I know I want to have houses on either side of this specific street here. But anyways, yeah, there's like, and I've been making the terrain, like, by hand, obviously, because there's some flat areas. But eventually, these flat areas will no longer be flat, because I'm going to randomly place grass upon it, just like I've been doing over here. Like, here I've been actually editing the terrain, to make it so it's not just straight flat lines like the other side. So this you can easily compare to the other side and be like, this looks more natural than the other side. I might still make a few more edits, like edit like this, because it still looks a bit straight, for my liking, but yeah, there is that. But the rest of the terrain looks more natural than what that is. Heck, even the straight part that I just showed you, this looks more natural than that over there. you know, so because there is some edits made to it. I just need to edit a little bit more of it to make it look a little bit more natural. But yeah, all these outlines that you see here, those are those terraced apartments that we saw down there. But anyways, over here is the theme park I was talking about before. I alluded to. It's a FNAF theme park. So you got the FNAF 1 outline with added entrance room right here. Over here, we got FNAF 2. It's already completed, so I'm actually going to give you a real quick tour after I show you this. So here's the outline for FNAF 3. With the hallways and the office area, and it's pretty much just a haunted house attraction, like it was supposed to be in the game. So, you know, that's that. And then FNAF 4. This is FNAF 4. FNAF 4 Kids House, the closet, the hallways, the hallway back here where the animatronics sort of peek around the corner of into these hallways. And sometimes they do that. If you caught if you went to the door at the perfect time to see it, you would see it. But yeah, and then this is the sister's room. I'm gonna assume it's a sister until proven otherwise. And you got the hallway where the spring trap or plush trap is, and you'd have to flash him on the X in order to in order to skip ahead. I think it was 2 hours. And then this is the living area, the living room. Now, of course, is this missing a few rooms that are usually in a house? Yes, it's missing a kitchen, it's missing a master bedroom, it's missing a bathroom. But those were not shown where they were in the game. So, I'm just making what was shown in the game. So, that's the bedroom, the closet, the hallways, the living room, the other kids' room, and the hallway. But anyways, let's go back over here and tour FNAF 2, shall we? So we have a little bit of an entrance room. Put the new pale oak doors to use, and this is literally the only time I've done so in the entire city so far. Anyways, here's like where you would check in. You got your cashiers, you got your tellers, your tells, your cash registers. There we go. And you got a little back area for your employees to go to work the cash registers. And through these double doors, you have the main room where the toy animatronics perform. Toy Chica, Toy Freddy, and Toy Bonnie. Toy Bonnie. By the way, this tutorial, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, was made by FedEx Gaming. Again, link will be in the description to a playlist with all the tutorials here. Anyways, we got a merry-go-round, a carousel, if you will. And you got presents all around it. You got the 4 tables, by the way. And you got cameras. These cameras are iron bars with nether brick slabs. But, of course, by the time we get around to FNAF 3, the cameras will be the iron bars with the wither skulls. Anyways, so, yeah, let's get back to the tour. We got another table here. Little carousel again. We got Balloon Boy. I fucking hate you. I hate you with a burning passion. I haven't gotten to playing FNAF 2 yet, but I've seen YouTubers play it, and I hate this. I hate Balloon Boy. I hate him with a burning passion, but I still had to build him, because he's an animatronic in the game. I also have Kids Cove, a table here. And Mangle. You may be wondering what this door is. It leads to the kitchen. I have a custom built kitchen because the game FNAF 2 doesn't have a kitchen. So I just sort of assumed where it would be. And I have a door off of Kids Cove, a door off of one of the party rooms, and a door off of the main room. But yeah, we have this, and then we have a walk-in freezer. And that's pretty much the long and short of the kitchen. Anyways, so if we go back through where we came from, there's Mangle again, some presents at the table. If we go over here, we got the bathroom hallway where the bathrooms are. I got a corner. You have a you have a corner, but no, you have a camera in the corner. That camera overlooks the entire hallway. Basically, the view is here, but like where the camera is. So like from the corner. So back a block. This is the view pretty much. And I do have the bathrooms built. Pretty simple design: stalls, urinals, sinks, and trash can with paper towel, or not a hand dryer, not paper towel. A hand dryer. And that's the men's bathroom. And then the women's bathroom is the same design, just replacing those urinals with a changing station, a baby changing station. And then through here you got the back room where the faceless Bonnie hangs out, and and I assume Golden Freddy also hangs out back here, and the Withered Freddy hangs out here. I think Withered Chica is sometimes here. It's brought out, but I don't remember. All I remember was Faceless Bonnie, so I put Faceless Bonnie there. Then you got the security hallway with the private party rooms. They all are identical to each other, minus this one, which has striped tablecloths, along with the door to the kitchen and the caution wet floor sign. And then here we have the office. It's darker than all the other rooms, especially because we have magma blocks for the lighting. We do have the vents, and the lights do work. They do work. If I go over here, they work. And then the flashlight works too. And I have the lights in the rest of the building connected to a daylight sensor that's on the roof that basically detects like when it's daytime, the lights are on, and when it's nighttime, the lights are off. There's the daylight sensor. I did have to break a hole in the roof though. I did have to break a hole in the roof so that, the trail would work, but that's okay. Anyway, so that's what we have so far of the FNAF theme park. Eventually, though, there will be Five Nights at Candy's 1, 2, and 3, along with Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, Ultimate Custom Night, and Help Wanted. Will probably be like the entire back of the theme park, because it's a huge build. It's going to be a huge build. I know it, because I've already seen the tutorials for how to make it by FedEx Gaming. Again, all the FNAF stuff that you see at this FNAF amusement park are made by FedEx Gaming, along with his house, which will eventually be in that suburbs area, and the T-Jock house. But anyways, if we were to go over to this parking lot and go down the ramp, we will be at the Minecraftia. There's supposed to be an A, not an S. Minecraftia Mega Sportsplex. Here, there's going to be a lot of sport-related things. You could already see a football field. And, like, we don't really have to tour it, because the only real extension rooms are these little viewing rooms. But, like, look, is a massive football field with a football right in center field, or what TSMC Minecraft placed to look like a football. Because all of this stuff here in the Mega Sportsplex was made by TSMC Minecraft. All the tutorials used for the Mega Sportsplex, even the stuff that isn't made yet, which I have signs marking what they will be, was made by TSMC Minecraft. So yeah, but I will not be linking the tutorials for the empty outlines, what they will be. I will not be linking those in the description because I haven't even started them yet. But I will link the football field, the basketball court, and the swimming pool Even though it's just this right now, this will be a swimming pool. Trust me. I will be linking those 3 things in the description below, along with the mansion, which belongs to the owner of the theme park. He has a pathway directly from his house to the wall of the theme park. Now, there is a sign out here, and it does say, "For sale," but that's only because I don't have an interior built. I just have floors and walls built. I don't have an interior, like an official interior built here, so until I have an official interior built, that sign remains. But as soon as I finish making an actual official interior for this mansion, then I'll remove that sign and it will no longer be "for sale" in air quotes. But anyways, yeah, this is the mansion that the owner of the theme park lives in. And you got a backyard too, pretty simple design. But yeah, and then across the street you have 4 more buildings for the Mega Sportsplex. And then of course you have the basketball arena. Again, very simple, don't really need to actually like tour it, because it's really just like a big open area, and like entrances into it. But yeah, you got the basketball court, got the basketball in the center, you got some screens up here which are showing like replays and stuff like that, and you got the bleachers. The bleachers in the basketball arena are definitely a lot simpler than the ones in the football stadium. Because the football stadium is bigger, it needs a lot more people to sit at, because football is a very popular sport, apparently. For the Europeans, just know I am American, so, you know, I am forever going to call American football, football, alright? Not American football. I am going to call it football, and you are not going to argue with me, because you are Brits. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm going to forever call this football, not American football, because I am an American. I'm a greedy, money-loving American. And I love football as well. American football. And that is the only time you'll ever hear me call it American football. Because I, as an American, know what football actually is, and it's this. Not soccer. Soccer is what I call it. Not football. Like you greedy you greedy Europeans and wanting to call soccer football. I know, like, y'all are the originators of the sport, and you know better than anybody, but shush, let me have this, okay? I, as a greedy American, don't get to have a lot, so, you know, let me have this. But anyways, yeah, and eventually, if you couldn't tell by me pointing at it when I was talking about soccer, this will be a soccer stadium, you know, or as you Europeans call it, football. And then this will be a baseball arena here. Then this will be a boxing gym. This will be just a regular gymnasium gym. This will be a, what will this be again? I think this was the, yeah, karate. Yeah, this is the karate class build. And then this is, I think, yeah, the skate park. Another skate park. I know. The city has 2 skate parks. How dare. But yeah, that's going to be another skate park. And then the 4 buildings across the street from the mansion. This one is going to be a boxing arena. Big old boxing arena. This one here is going to be a leisure center. Leisure, as you and Brits pronounce it. And also, can we just say, that is not how you spell center. That cannot be how you spell center. What? Like, nah, That's probably... I'm probably an idiot when I say that. But hey, us Americans are idiots. Anyways, so we got a bowling alley. That's what this is going to be. Oh! I had miscounted that. Because I didn't count this one. I said there were 4 buildings, and I didn't count this one. So there's actually 5. There's actually 5 across the street from that one. But anyways, this one here, this build right here is a bowling alley. Right? No. That's the outdoor ice hockey. That was the bowling alley. What am I doing? This is the outdoor ice hockey. And then this is a tennis court. So that is everything. And that is basically going to be what the sportsplex is. And then down here, there's going to be some townhouses. And yeah, but that is everything for right now. That is everything I have in the city. That is everything that is complete. The next update video, I hope to have something done with the cruise ship. Either that, or more of the sportsplex done, or more, or another FNAF building done, or more outlines for FNAF buildings, or all of the above, you know? I'd love to have all of the above done, like some more of the sportsplex, some more outlines in the FNAF theme park, more of the cruise ship, and just more of the city in general. I'd love if that was the case. But anyways, one thing I know for certain is that this swimming pool will be done in the next update video. But yeah, so that is the end of this video. Just wanted to give a tour of my city as it stands right now. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more videos in Minecraftia, more update videos in Minecraftia, then be sure to slap that like button. As always, stay awesome. Goodbye, everybody.